Hello everyone, very good afternoon and welcome back once again to StudyIQ English, your favorite channel obviously, and I'm your educator Praveen Mishra. So let's begin today's topic, today's session, that is the analysis of the Hindu, date being 5th of June 2025. Just a second. And I'm your educator Praveen Mishra. So let's begin. Right, okay, so what are the top headlines for us, obviously from the context of our examination. So here we go with the first one. Next census to conclude by March 2027 as per the government statement, okay. So yes, we know it very well that the official census should have been coming in the year 2021 only, but we are still 5 or 7 years basically behind running the official census date. Obviously, the first wave of COVID as well as the second wave of COVID provided a setback for the sake of the census, okay, as we were not able to conclude it at that time. And then later on, many of the things happened in between. Obviously, there were elections as well and other parameters were also being focused at the time. And now, it was also the concern whether we shall be having the caste census or not. So that particular detailing also took ample amount of time. And now, when government has given the clear note that yes, we will be having the caste census globally, or nationally, then it will be time for us to have the official census now. Well, the unofficial census held in 2023 told us that India has surpassed the population of China, that is right now. Officially, what we can say that India is the largest populated country of this planet. With a Chinese population of nearly 1.42 billion, Indian population exceeds nearly up to 1.45 billion. So 0.3, we are up ahead from China, right? So as we can go ahead and understand the features of this particular news, so let's just simplify the whole particular big things in just simple way. So after 16 years now, India is finally pressing resume on its biggest data gathering exercise, and this time it's digital caste awareness and constitutional, okay. So what is the fact here we need to mark? The first point, after 16 years the census is happening. Last time it happened in 2011, right? And now next time it will be in the year 2027. It should have happened in the year 2021, but yes, as we discussed, it was not possible for us to conclude the census at that time. And now here we go to the facts. The census will happen in two phases, okay. The first phase shall start from 1st October 2026 and it shall be focusing specifically on Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir region, specifically Himalayan regions. Then the next phase shall start from March 1, 2027 for the rest of India. So guys, remember, two phases of the census shall be happening. Next, the first census with self-enumeration via mobile app and digital tools can also happen, and 30 lakh enumerators including the government teachers, they are going to get the training as well for the sake of census. Then yes, it will affect the delimitation of the constituencies, and yes, as per the Nari Shakti Vandana Yojana that just came into existence last year, okay, 33% of the women reservation seats shall also be taken into the consideration. Further, conducted under the Census Act of 1948. So guys, remember what is the name of the act? Census Act of 1948, and we have got the census rules of 1990 as per the act itself. And we will be having the National Population Register to remain with 119 crores of the records. So the last register of the population provided us that we are 119 crores exact, right? Now, as per the present unofficial data, we are roughly 1.45, that is 145 crores, right? So in 16 years, what we have been watching, that the population has, increased by roughly 26 crores. This is not a small data, right? So this is what the features of the census. But when we talk about the history, so history tells us a different story. The first synchronous census in India was held in the year 1881 during the British rule. Before 1948, censuses were conducted as per the executive orders and there was no any codified law, okay, until the Census Act of 1945 came into the picture, right? So before 1948, even the British government, they didn't provide any codified laws. It was just an executive order to have the census. Census as in, yes, the calculation of what? calculation of the population basically. So in that very same way, what we have got now the Act, the Census Act of 1948 that was codified by the Indian government itself post independence, right? But before that, 1948, we didn't had any codified law, any legislation, any regulation. It was simply an executive order type of convention or tradition that was being followed by the British, right? Now, when we talk about the next thing here, we'll give you a homework, right? That is something known as, just put down this question. What is legacy data? Okay. What do you understand by this term? Legacy data, right? So let me give you the hint. It is something related to the National Register of Citizens. Okay. But not exactly National Register of Citizens it is. So I've given you the hint. Okay. NRC. But it is not exactly NRC, right? So the question for you, what is legacy data? Let me know after the class has ended into the comment section, right? So here we go. Okay guys, so an announcement, first of all, we must have it here. That is 10th of June, your Prelims Mains and Interview, that is P2I Foundation batch, okay, named as Pratigya batch, is going to commence. The evening batch it is, remember. So it will be starting, okay, from what date? From the 10th of June onwards. What are the class timings? It will be 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Guys, remember, it is 5th June. We have got only 5 days left more, okay, in the commencement of the batches. So if you have enrolled, fantastic, congratulations. And if not yet, then please quickly make up your decision, quickly make up your mind, okay, and enroll at the earliest possible time. What is the subscription fee? It is only rupees 30,999 rupees. So whether it is justified to take the word only here or not, we will discuss this at the end of the session. So just stay tuned, guys. Whether this 30,999 rupees, almost 31,000 rupees, right? It's also a good handsome amount. So why am I taking the word only with this amount? So let's discuss it at the end of the session. And remember, whenever you are going for the subscription, just apply this promo code PRV Live, okay, and you will get this amount, or else the amount might exceed this particular level, right? So let's go. Next news. Expedition to study ecological impact of Kochi shipwreck. Since 2 weeks onwards, what we are watching since past 2 weeks, right? So yeah, any comments, guys? All clear? Yeah, good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you, Diksha. Hello, Rishi. Okay, so when we talk about this news, as you can see on your screens, the Kochi shipwreck. What has happened? The Kochi shipwreck here. So the Liberian ship which capsized, which sunk, obviously calcium carbide, furnace oil, we have discussed it, tens of times. Now here is another news for us. And what is this? So there is something, okay, that MSC Elsa 3, the ship, okay, but there is something that is known as FORV Sagar. What is that? So Fisheries and Oceanographic Research Vessel FORV Sagar Sampada, which literally means ocean wealth, has been now deployed to look forward for this particular thing that is known as the shipwreck in Kochi, that is in God's own country, Kerala, right? So what are the features here? Okay, so when we talk about this one, so it was induced in 1984, okay, the FORV, that is Fisheries and Oceanographic Research Vessel. So it's basically a ship, okay, vessel means ship, okay. So the full name FORV Sagar Sampada as in ocean wealth, right? Inducted when? 1984. Under which ministry? Ministry of Earth Sciences, right? So Ministry of Earth Sciences. Next, built by whom? So it is built by a Japanese company that is known as Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. Then operated by CMFRI, that is Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute. Okay, so simply if you can't remember this, not a big deal, just keep this thing in mind. Induced by who? Ministry of Earth Sciences. Okay. Who manages it? It is NIOT, that is National Institute of Ocean Technology, based where? Chennai. This is important, right? Who manages it? So it is NIOT, that is National Institute of Ocean Technology. What is the name? FORV, that is Fisheries and Oceanographic Research Vessel Sagar Sampada. So FORV, Sagar Sampada. 1984, Ministry of Earth Sciences, built by Mitsubishi, Japan. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, Japan. Managed by NIOT, that is National Institute of Ocean Technology. Okay, that's it. This is what you need to manage. You need to just note down. Okay. So here we go to the next news. Government to bring new national policy on senior citizens. So see guys, when it comes to national policies, specifically when it comes to this one particular term, national policies. So we have got n number of national policies. Like for example, if we have to discuss, you can understand that national policies, there is no like gap to national policy. Okay, see, the first such national policy we talk about, the most important ones. So we have got the national policy on the following. We have got it on farmers. We have got it differently on agriculture. We have got a national policy on defense. Okay. We have got national policy on internal security. We have got national policy on telecommunication. We have got the national women empowerment policy. We have got national policy on children. And we have got it on youth. And so in that very same way, we have got national policy on elderly, that is the senior citizen. So here is the question, who is considered as a senior citizen? The first thing, okay, who is to be considered as the senior citizen? So senior citizen is any such person who has crossed the 60 years plus of age. Okay, 60 or above of age is a person that is considered as senior citizen. Okay, so remember guys, we have got national policy on almost everything. We have got national policy on education, right? Higher education, lower education, everything. We have got national e-governance policy. Okay, we have got shipping, aviation, many of them. It's not just one. Almost every particular department, Indian government has got a particular policy for itself, right? So we have got n number of them, and one such, what we are discussing here today, it is the national policy on the senior citizens or the elderly, right? So here we go. What do we have here? So some data, okay, some data that are to be discussed. Okay, so as per the data, as you can see, according to the government's projection, senior citizens will account for 12.16% of the country's population in 2026. That is by next year, right? And by the year 2047, every fifth person of India will be the senior citizen. So this is what the features they have been given to us. So firstly, let's talk about the data. Okay, so by 2047, every fifth Indian will be a senior citizen, right? And India is preparing for it now. According to the projections, 20%, okay, of India's population will be above 60 there. The Ministry of Social Justice. So which ministry is there for the senior citizens? Ministry of Social Justice is drafting a national policy on senior citizens to reflect demographic realities. when we talk about this thing, so we have to understand about Article 41 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, what it says. Right to work, okay, you can simply quote it from here, okay. Right to work, education, and public assistance in certain cases. Okay, in certain cases. What are these cases? So, it could be any type of illness, unemployment, it could be disability, and it could be age. Right. Age as in here, talking about senior or elderly. So, as per the Constitution, it is the duty of the state as well as it is also part of our fundamental duties under Article 51 capital A. Right. So, this is where the national policy on senior citizens or elderly, it comes into existence. Right. Yes, taking care of health and everything. Okay. So, it's a, when we talk about the cultural reference, okay. So, from Vedic era, okay, from Vedic to post-Vedic era, okay, specifically also we have got this in the greatest diplomatic book of the times, of the age ever, that is Chanakya Niti. Or even it has been mentioned in Arthashastra that whosoever is respecting here is growing more fast, right? Whosoever is respecting here is growing more fast, right? And India will be having most number of senior citizens on the planet, okay, by 2026, what we have already discussed, okay, and by 2047 as well, okay. So, yeah, healthcare, Jai Hind sir, Gunpreet from Patiala, okay, Gunpreet, I remember you there and I hope you and everyone else, they're all good and I miss Patiala a lot, right? So, it's nice to see you here, right? And hopefully shall be watching you guys, meeting you guys very soon, okay, and really nice, okay, really I'm happy to see you here and please give my wishes and love to all others, okay, tell them I was, referring and missing them as well, okay, and hoping to see you guys soon, right, okay. Hello Rajivan, Ravi, hello Ravi, hello everyone, right, okay guys. So, 2047, every fifth person in India will be what? A senior citizen, okay, and the next thing, from 8.23% in 2011 to 12.16%, okay, in 2026. India is aging quite fast. No, it is not about any, illness or something like that. It's the age dimensions or the demographic division what we have got here. Okay, so it is nothing to be worried about that we are aging fast. Oh my God, we are, growing old very fast. No, it's all about the demographic division, right? And then the last one, the 2027 census will provide the crucial reference data. We are just waiting for it. Okay, and now the next thing. Okay. Chalo, all good, all fine. Okay. So, the new policy will also bridge the digital divide for senior citizens from smartphones to health tech. And now, this brings us to a very interesting reference. Around a month and a half back, okay, we had this news, we already had this discussion on our channel itself, that Kerala, okay, became the first state of the country to have 100% digital literacy. Yes, Kerala was already 100% literate, right? So, the God's own country has got another benchmark achievement for itself, that Kerala, being a 100% literate state, also became 100% digitally literate. That is, every person in the state of Kerala, once again the God's own country with some greater scenic and landscape views, right? So people, everyone in their state, we have got, they are able to use the smartphones. Smartphones, not phones, smartphones. That means they have got access to dial the calls, receive the calls using your WhatsApp and the other features as well, right? Minimum all of these features, they were able to have it, right? So this is where this new particular policy will be also focusing on, that is providing the digital education as well as health technology for sure, right? So this is where awareness campaign shall start as per the policy. Next, the policy is being shaped via inputs from civil societies, researchers and citizens forum, okay? And now the key proposals. So where is the concentration? Where should be our focus as per the policy, as per the Ministry of Social Justice, which shall be formulating the policy on the elderlies very soon. So where should be the focus? So the 4 parameters they have been noted out. So first, elder abuse redressal system, right? Second, minimum standards for old age homes. Some criteria that should be present there in all the old age or the senior citizen homes. Then promoting intergenerational bonding. Yes, the technology shall be playing the most vital role, right? And then finally, community-based citizen care models, right? Senior citizen care models. So these were the 4 parameters, or these are the 4 parameters, okay, which are part of the proposals by many researchers, citizen forums and the civic societies, that we must be focusing on these topics for sure. And this is where Ministry of Social Justice has affirmed, has ascertained that yes, we shall be having a policy which shall be having all of the 4 parameters at least. Okay, if you have any 5th, 6th, 7th point, please do let us know into the comment section so that we can tweet it to the Ministry of Social Justice that yes, along with these 4, we need some 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th points and so on. Right, guys? Okay. So from Kerala, hello Rajivan, Kerala. Okay, I really appreciate a lot to our people residing in Kerala, the state of Kerala, right? You guys have done exceptional performance, represented an exceptional performance, you know, some extraordinary level of intellect and acumen they have been representing, okay? And yes, it's time for us to learn a lot from the people of Kerala, and really appreciable, commendable thing, okay? And to all people of Kerala, okay? Grand salute, 100% literate as well as 100% digitally literate as well, right? Yes, now people would be of the opinion, sir, there are issues, this issues, that issues. See, issues are present in every single colony, every single territory, every single particular place. You can't, refrain from the issues. You can't say that, oh, my city, my state, my district, my country, this and that is not having any issues. Impossible. Wherever there are human brains, multiple human brains residing in one together society, okay, there shall be existing some issues for sure. It's just about how we as the people, how we as the citizens, how we as the so-called civic, okay, or the people residing inside the civil society to react. How are we, also working hand in hand with the government, and how much active, how much, vigorously, invigorously the government is working, and how much citizen participation is visible or achievable as well, right? So this is where the concern is, right? This is where just the concern is. If you say my state is perfect, my country is perfect, my district, my city is perfect, impossible. Nothing is perfect here. Yes, we are on the verge of perfection always, okay, because perfection is an infinite thing, right? So it's always our duty, it's always our task to take care of the issues. Yes, in Kerala also we have got n number of issues, right? But yes, at least people are aware, at least the people in government participation, the G2C, the government to citizen participation is clearly visible, okay, and people are fighting as much as they can within their authority, within their capabilities, within their capacities, and this is what we must be learning from the state of Kerala, right? At least this much, right? At least as much as we can learn, that's the most wonderful thing, right? Key proposal once more. Okay, the key proposal here once again, there should be no abuse to the elders. Abuse as in not that verbal spat. Any type of violence against our elderlies. First thing. Second, minimum standards for old age homes. Unfortunately, I hate this word old age home, right? Personally speaking, guys, I just hate this one. Why do we have a need to create old age homes where only the senior citizens shall be living, right? But yes, fortunately, unfortunately, whatsoever, okay, obviously, unfortunately, right, we have in India tons and tons of old age homes, and it should be equipped with as much as, right, with as much as basic amenities, facilities, etc., right? And then promoting intergenerational bond, that my young born child should be having a very great level of bond with me, with his grandparents. Okay, so all the generations residing in within a family, okay, 2 generations, 3 generations, or even more of them, okay, let's say, so they shall be having a bond of love and respect. Okay, if that is not present there now, these things will come. Okay, these things will for sure come, the so-called old age homes, unfortunately, right? And finally, community-based citizen care models. So, providing benches everywhere, the clean drinking water, sanitation, okay, and then people-to-people participation in promoting the health of the citizens, senior citizens, okay, providing or, awareing them that yes, you are diabetic, you are this, you are that, you should not take this, you should not take that, etc. So, all of these things are needed, right? That's it. Okay, clear? Sir, now Mizoram has become the fully literate state, 98%. Yeah, there have been upgradation, okay. We're talking about literate as well as digital literate both, right? Okay, guys, I hope this is clear. All set? Right. So, we have already discussed this data and now we can proceed to the next one. So, yesterday we discussed that, oh my God, G7 meeting is happening in Canada, right, in Canada, and the Indian Prime Minister hasn't been invited into the city of Alberta, right? So, there is a city in Canada known as Alberta, and there is the G7 meeting going on, right? And it has happened for the first time in 6 years that our Prime Minister, that is India, was not invited to the G7 meeting. The other counterparts like Brazil, Argentina, some African countries, they have been invited as well, but it's not us, right? So, what do you think? We are dying, we are desperate enough, okay, are we disposed to attend the G7 meeting? Absolutely not. Who told you this, right? Italy invited us, America invited us, right? Many of the countries invited us. When an anti-Indian community, anti-Indian country is holding a meeting and it's not inviting us, so how it is a concern for us? We even don't care about Trudeau and Canada anymore, right? Mr. Trudeau can go to hell, literally can go to hell, right? He's already in hell now, okay, his all politics is gone. So this is what the simple classical case, right? This is simply the classical case. What happens when politics crosses the limits, right? What happens when politics crosses the limits? So one man's hostile intentions, his own personal greed of holding the power, diminished, totally devastated, destructed, totally vanished the relationship between two countries. And here we people are fighting and crying that see how politics has destroyed, the nation, the interstate relations. Yes, but see how politics, dirty politics can destroy not just intra-nation and interstate relations, can disturb the international relations, the geopolitics as well. Iran was an example, Iraq was an example, Nepal is an example, right? Bangladesh is an example, Pakistan is an example, and now Canada, sorry, right? Mr. Trudeau, right? So just because he had some hostile intentions to hold the power, okay, the greed to hold the power at any cost, okay, so he started promoting Khalistani movement, okay, which is not even a movement. No Punjab, no Punjabis, no Sikhs, they want Khalistan, okay. They are more patriot than any other Indian, okay. I have always stated this, that the guy with the turban, okay, the one who is having that pug, right, okay, and that, that one broad mustache, who always state that Pagdi Samal Rajatta, right, is more patriot than any other Indian. I'm not saying that other Indians are not patriot, but that one is more. It's, showing the upper hand. Punjab has given me the Punjab Kesri Lala Lajpat Rai, has given me Kartar Singh Sarawa, has given me my role model Bhagat Singh, right? And there are people with hostile intentions again, those who want a different country, right? So there are few people, you can count on fingers, some 7, 8, 9, 10 people, right? And those are all, residing outside India, and they are having a revolution, so-called revolution, which is not even a revolution. Neither. I have been, I have lived in Punjab for much of the time of my life, and I have seen it personally, ground level. There is no particular support to Khalistan, so-called Khalistan. Punjab is Punjab. Punjab is already Khalistan, right? Khalis, what does this word means? Khalis. What is that? Khalis as in pure. Comes from the word Khalsa, that is Khalis, right? What is Khalis? That is pure, divine. So where my Punjabi people, my Sikh people are residing, it's already by default a Khalis land, right? It's already a Khalistan. So who is this people like Nijjar and Pannu, okay, those who are residing outside India, okay, funded by ISI or maybe some other anti-Indian organizations as well. And now they are spatting poisons against India, and they are trying, and they think that their words from cross-border, okay, from some other countries, right, can ignite violence and tensions inside India. How fool you can be, right? Okay, so what's my name? My name is Praveen Mishra, right? And I say Vaheguru Ji da Khalsa and Vaheguru Ji di Fateh, right? Now, all those people, those who are saying that, division between Hindu and Sikh, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, ye wo, theek, let them come and meet me, and people like me, okay, people like you, the patriot nationalist Indians. We are all same, right? We have got the unity and the integrity, right? So this is where Mr. Trudeau tried to do that as well. Right, this is where exactly so-called Mr. Trudeau tried to do as well, to disturb the harmony inside India, because of which he thought that disturbing the harmony in India could provide him some extra level of votes in Canada. What happened? People of Canada only thrashed him out, bashed him brutally. Get lost, Trudeau. We keep the name of our pets here, Trudeau, right? Chale aaye leader banne, right? Like that. So now this time it's BRICS: Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. The meeting shall be held in Brazil, and see now who is panicked. You thought you were not calling us on G7 platform and we will be panicked. It's BRICS. The biggest headache to US presently, okay, it's not Iran. It's not even, any other grouping. It's not even Russia alone. It's a group of countries, that is, BRICS. The name is solid, and so the group is. Okay. So Modi, BRICS and Brazil. This is what the term here is. So the Rio reset. Guys, please take the term. The Rio reset. Okay. This is a phrase that has been used by Washington-based US think tank, the Rio reset. That's shaking Washington, that is America. Okay. Rio de Janeiro is going to be the city where the BRICS summit is going to held just the upcoming days. Okay. And here the Washington has stated the Rio reset. Right. So PM Modi is likely to attend, not likely, will attend the BRICS summit, where in Rio de Janeiro this July, and Washington is watching closely. Why? What makes you Washington to have so much of attention and focus on a summit which we are not part even? So BRICS, it's India, China, Russia, Brazil and South Africa. And guys, remember, Brazil is going to attend the meeting of G7, not part of G7. Remember, Brazil is not part, but is invitee to G7. Remember, so Brazil will provide us some internal information that's going to happen in G7, okay, in BRICS. And here America be like, man, क्या मतलब तुम्हारे हिडन एजेंट्स बैठे हैं G7 में भी? ओ माय गॉड, पोपट नहीं हो गया इसका थोड़ा सा ऐसा, राइट? ओके, yeah, but sir, what about representation of India in G7, who is going to justify the misinformation spread worldwide about India regarding war against Pakistan? Well, dear Alok, let me specify this. There is no misinformation globally. Okay, if you watch BBC, if you watch the Washington Times, okay, if you watch any particular news channel, let me tell you, I have watched them personally. Right? There is no misinformation. It's just, you are troubled because you might be, you might have watched some reels over your Instagram or Facebook or YouTube shorts, okay, that has, given this information that there is misinformation about India against the war with Pakistan globally, that world thinks that India attacked Pakistan. Well, the world is right. We did. Proudly, courageously, I'm saying, with all that 56-inch ka seena, that yes, I entered the boundary of Pakistan and bashed them brutally, right? From Kirana Hills to Noorjahan Air Base to other parts of Quetta, right? Indian Air Forces entered there, no doubt in that. But why shouldn't I? I will take the retaliatory options, man. Come on, why shouldn't I? I will have to take the counter-offensive measures. You will enter my territory, you will kill my civilians, and you think I will be sitting aside like a toothless tiger? Impossible. Who the hell are you thinking like that? Right? So we took the retaliatory measures and the world knows it very well. Operation Sindoor initiated on 7th May. Pahalgam attack happened on 22nd of April. If the world thinks that April comes after May, then this is the fault of the world. Right? April comes before May. Right? So 22nd of April to 7th of May, there was a gap of exactly 17 days. Right? So when Israel can have the Operation Wrath of God, when America can happen Operation Geronimo, right? Why India can't have Operation Sindoor? Huh? Why? Is it a joke that, terrorists attacking other countries and those countries taking retaliation, it will be considered retaliation? And the justice, if India attacks the so-called Pakistan with all NAPAK activities, a failed state, a terrorist state, and my actions, my retaliations will be considered, an act of war. Come on, give me a break. Right? Act of war? It's me? Huh? Ask this to, kya naam hai uska? Asim Munir, or this person who blabbers a lot in Pakistan. Oh, kya naam hai uska? Prime Minister. What is the name of that idiot person? That Pakistani Prime Minister? हाँ वही कुछ भी बोलेगा, right? उनका ख्वाजा आसिफ डिफेंस मिनिस्टर होकर क्या बोलता है? We have shot down India's Rafale. हैं? Of India's Rafale you have shot down. अच्छा, what is the proof? It's all over social media. My God, you got it. It's kind of a center of gravity, right? So out of syllabus वाला question नहीं पूछने का ना लोग. So don't ask them out of the syllabus questions. Right? Okay. That's it. Right? नहीं शरीफ काहे का, वो बस शहबाज है, शरीफ नहीं उसके साथ. Credibility is earned, not bought, so we don't have to justify our actions or self-defense to anyone, but to clear it out on the global level, we have sent a delegation for, yes, obviously. That's sort of very well statement here, very well stated. Credibility is earned, not bought. Right? And why should I provide information? So tell me, why was American flight, which having a radar that analyzes the nuclear leak? Why was the Turkish ship, flight with too much of boron in it landed in Pakistan? That means they were having some hidden nuclear facility, na? Right? So this is the concept. And yes, well, absolute well stated, very well stated, that credibility is earned, not bond. Sorry, not bought. And our credibility is there in front of the whole globe. UN knows it very well. Let me tell you. Okay, if any, the so-called liberals, okay, and asking you this question, okay, tell them this data. Just one data. Out of 71, how many? Out of 71 peace operations of UN so far, though I guess it has enhanced a bit out. I guess it is now something 80, Okay, last it was 2022 data. Out of 71 peacekeeping operations of United Nations. Who? United Nations. 51 operations out of 71. 51 operations was, led by Indian Armed Forces. Okay. Tell them this data. If not led, then participated. Out of 71, 51 peacekeeping operations was joined and led subsequently by Indian Armed Forces, from Navy, Air Force to Army. Right? And it is Indian Armed, ARMED forces. Indian Armed Forces. Right? Okay. Pakistan ka kuch aur hai. So, this is what the logic here is. Right? I hope this is clear. So, this is my credibility worldwide. Turkey will have the disaster, okay, any type of an earthquake. It will be NDRF from India. NDRF and NDRF from India, National Disaster Response Force and National Disaster Response Fund. Nepal will have an earthquake. It will be NDRF from India. Okay. Maldives will have a problem. It will be fund from India. Sri Lanka will be having a problem. It will be peacekeeping forces from India. Right. Afghanistan was having a problem. It was fund from India. Right. Any Middle Eastern country will be having a problem. It will be, supported by India. Iran having a problem, supported by India. Right. South Korea supported by India. Vietnam supported by India. Right. The whole Southeast Asian nations, their biggest support coming from India. Right. Australia is having an issue, supported by India. Even Russia is having an issue. It might be surprising to you at the very same time. India provided Russia, I'm not so sure with exact data, exact figure, but some $1 billion as aid. Just couple of years back, us, India, right? We provided some billion dollars of aid to Russia, the second largest economy, right? Or third largest economy, and we did provide it when we were the sixth largest or fifth largest economy, right? $1 billion of aid to Russia. It's we, the people of India, we are providing it. Right now, where are those liberals who are saying that we are very much poor? Okay, you might be poor, not the whole of India. You talk about yourself that you do not have any skills and anything, that is, you are poor. Okay, don't talk about the whole nation. Right? Okay. Now, I'll tell you another data about the credibility, right? About the credibility. You're asking about credibility. So, Pakistan, Shehbaz, so-called Sharif and unka wo, kya naam hai, Air Marshal, Air Chief, Aurangzeb. You got it. It's kind of a gravity, right? Kind of a gravity, center of gravity, kuch bhi bolta hai. After 2008 26/11 attacks, right? After 2008 26/11 attacks, 2009-10, Pakistan suffered huge floods, because of which Pakistan faced too much of, this economic crisis. You can go and watch this news over internet if you want. Okay. Indian media will tell you this, and the United Nations website will tell you this. United Nations website. Okay, might be Indian media would be, bluffing. Okay, we would be, say anything, right? The UN data, the World Bank data, the IMF data will tell you the same point. Okay, mark this thing. In 2010, India gave the aid of 25 million US dollars to Pakistan. Paijan na karo. $25 million, $25 million was given by us to Pakistan. Go on the data World Bank website, search for this data, you will get it. Initially, we sanctioned $5 million, but then my government realized, oh my God, $5 million mein bechare Pakistaniyon ka kya hoga? Right? What will these poor Pakistani people, they do in $5 million? So we gave $20 million more. We didn't send directly to Pakistan, we diverted it through the World Bank. Right? Just go on the World Bank website and search it. Right? Okay. $25 million in 2010. So at that time, roughly the average dollar price was something 46 rupees, if I'm not wrong. Yes, 46 rupees. 2010, the average price of dollar was 46 rupees. and 46 rupees into 25 million. Okay. Roughly, I believe it will be 115 crores. India gave to Pakistan. Search for this data. Okay. 115 crores. India gave to Pakistan even after 26/11 cowardly attacks. Right? We lost some braveheart soldiers like Hemant Karkare, Vijay Salashkar, Ashok Khamte, Major Unni Krishnan, right? Constable Tukaram. We lost, tens of our braveheart soldiers. Hundreds of the Indians, they lost their lives. Thousands of the people, they got impacted. Many of the people, they are, living but still not able to come out of that trauma. But within just next 2 years, my government gifted, not even loan, gifted 115 crores to Pakistan. Now, how much credibility you are expecting at the global stage? Now, what else? Right? Okay. So, this is where India's international relations has been, right? So, G7, Trudeau, Trump, what do you think? Okay. Yes, we are having internal issues. Yes, there is difference between political ideologies. Yes, we are having some communal issues as well recently. Right? But ultimately, when it comes to the national level integrity, national level representation and national credibility of the country at the global stages, it is India and Indians. That's enough. Okay. I hope this is clear. Right? All of you? So, any, so-called liberals, when they say de-escalate, no go to war, ye, wo, etc., tell them this and tell them this. What else are you expecting? Huh? What else? So, the facts, BRICS. BRICS is pushing towards what? De-dollarization, that is, reducing the dependence on the US dollar in the global trade. Now, I'll tell you an interesting story. You might have been aware with this name, though not part of this point, okay, but the name Muammar Gaddafi, the so-called dictator of Libya, but Libyans, they never hated Gaddafi. It was US that converted Gaddafi into a criminal. Why? Why you are watching right now that Indians, they are facing too much of, this Pakistan has been supported by IMF. Another, stash of currency has been given to Pakistan now, some $800 million, something more, by World Bank probably. I'm not so sure whether it is World Bank or IMF again, but $2.3 billion sanctioned during the time period of Operation Sindoor to Pakistan, right? Who permitted IMF to provide $2.3 billion of a loan to a grey listed country by FATF, Financial Action Task Force? Probably World Bank yesterday or day before yesterday, $800 million of loan once again to Pakistan, right? When Balochistan is fighting, when Quetta is fighting as well, when Sindh is fighting as well to, separate itself from Pakistan, right? So, some $800 million once again, right? So, why is too much support to Pakistan? Why US has now once again become too much keen to Pakistan, right? So, it is the condition, that is the word here, de-dollarization. US economy will be trashed, not downed, trashed, neutralized if the de-dollarization, the principles or the theories or the doctrines of de-dollarization is adopted globally. US economy will be trashed immediately, not trashed, that is in the bin, dust bin, right? So, this is what in the whole African states, in the whole African Union, once upon a time during the 2000s, Muammar Gaddafi was trying to do. Okay, what happened next? Okay, the Libyan benevolent ruler, okay, if you think Muammar Gaddafi was a dictator, go to Libya, ask any Libyan, okay, what's your opinion on Gaddafi? Till the time Gaddafi was on the throne, there was no concept of rent in Libya. Why? Because everyone was having their own house, their own businesses, every one of them. Education was free from lower kindergarten to PhD. From LKG to PhD level, education was free, right? Medical services, okay, you are having a fever or you are having a cancer, okay, you need to have a proper treatment, proper checkup or a proper therapy or a proper operation. Medicines and medical treatment, operation, everything used to be free. From 1970s till 2010, till the time period Gaddafi was sitting on the throne, right? So, Gaddafi was a person who is loved by the Libyan people, But point is, he was then converted into a villain, a dictator. Why? Because he was talking about the de-dollarization, a separate currency, just like the pound sterling, the euros of European Union. Gaddafi was of the opinion that African Union should be also having its own union level currency. And if euro is there, African Union currency would be there. Who would be now taking care of dollars? No one, right? Impacting direct trade to America. Gaddafi was eliminated. And presently what you are watching, okay, direct attack on China, the trade wars, okay, Pakistan's closeness with America, or USA's closeness to Pakistan again, okay, once again, it is against India. Why? Because BRICS, Russia is the, biggest enemy there. China is the biggest enemy there. India, the fastest growing economy, the fastest growing market, third largest market, fourth largest economy. If they have their own currency, who will care about dollar? No one will, right? So that is why US is too keen on the Rio reset, that is the Rio de Janeiro summit of the G7. Next, US Commerce Secretary said India's BRIC presence has ruffled the feathers. Ruffled the feathers as in troubled the DC, that is the Washington DC. Okay. India-China ties will also be under the scanner, especially after China backed Pakistan during Operation Sindoor. And yes, the biggest thing, okay, that we are eyeing on, the Rio meet might reset diplomacy, including the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra via Tibet, okay, which has been suspended because of the escalations or the tensions between the two countries, that is India and China. But probably we shall be having this, that it should be, going away, okay, with this diplomatic meet, right? So now if there are, no tensions between India and China, then there will be huge tension, huge headache, or might be heartache as well, or heart attack as well, to Washington DC White House, okay? Trump would be like, oh my God, ye to maine socha hi nahi tha, like that, okay? So here we go, BRICS, acronym to, yes, the 5 countries. Initially it was BRIC, B-R-I-C, till 2010, okay? But 2010 South Africa joined, so it became BRICS, right? Next. Okay, so background and evolution. It was coined by whom? It was coined by Jim O'Neill, Goldman Sachs economist, into the year 2001, okay, as BRIC. We had our first formal meeting in 2009 in Yekaterinburg, that is in Russia. South Africa joined in 2010, making it BRICS. Current presidency, remember, it's with Brazil, 2025, where Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, okay, of also known as, or also termed by Americans as Rio Reset, okay. And we talk about why America is too much troubled because of this BRICS. This is the data. Pain to America, Pakistan, and any other countries, okay, this is the biggest problem. Combined GDP, okay, as per the PPP, purchasing power parity and so on, 32% of the globe, right? Population over 3.2 billion, right? 3 billion तो अकेला इंडिया और चाइना ही निकाल के दे देगा, okay, roughly 4 billion पहुंच जाएगा ये. More than 40% of the world, that is. Land area, 26% of the world. Trade, major global exporters of energy, food, minerals, services and manufacturing. Okay, इधर इंडिया है और चाइना है, इधर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का टेंशन नहीं है, right? There is India and China in this group. It's Russia in the group. No problem with manufacturing. Okay. So here we go to the next news. High Court denies relief to Rahul Gandhi over remarks on army. Before we discuss this, let me provide you the disclaimer. Okay, the absolute disclaimer. I do not have any love, grudges, enmity, friendship with any political party, neither the DMK, AIDMK, Congress, BJP, Aam Aadmi, SP, BSP, Trinamool, TDP, PDP, nothing, okay? Totally neutral, let me tell you. Now coming to the news. In 2022, during the Bharat Jodo Yatra, Rahul Gandhi gave a statement which was very much defamatory or, against the dignity of our army, right? So, till 2022, now here 2025, here onwards, no such, proceedings happened further. But now Rahul Gandhi has to provide the answer to the High Court. Okay, so as we can see, Here the news, what is that? During the 2022 Bharat Jodo Yatra, okay, Rahul Gandhi stated something. What he stated, let it be. I'm not going to reiterate it again. I hate those statements, right? But it is about the concern under Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A. Freedom of speech and expression. Okay, what is that? Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A, which has been also mentioned in this, as you can see. That talks about freedom of speech and expression. But on the very contrary, Article 19, Clause 2, once again, that talks about what? That talks about simply the reasonable restrictions to freedom of speech and expression, right? And now, as per the reasonable restrictions to freedom of speech and expression, you can't speak anything against the defense forces of my country, right? That's not permitted, right? That's basically not permitted. So this is where, Mr. Gandhi has been now into some legal trouble. Okay, as we can see, he has been called into the MP-MLA court, which came into existence in the year 2017. Okay, so the Supreme Court had ordered that special courts to be set up across the country to fast track the long pending trials of lawmakers. Okay, that is the legislators, that is those who are members of parliament and legislative assemblies and councils. So following this, 12 special courts were set up throughout 11 states exclusively to try sitting MPs as well as MLAs. Okay, and this special court in each state has jurisdiction over the entire state, while the two in Delhi covers cases within the precincts of Delhi or partly Delhi. That is simply the Delhi NCR region. Okay, simply what? The Delhi NCR region. That's it. Okay, so remember guys, it is not made through any statute or an act of parliament, the MP-MLA court. It is made by the executive order of the Supreme Court of India in the year 2017. Is it prevalent pan-India, that is prevalent all, across the nation? No, it is prevalent only 11 states, okay, and 12 of them have been made, and out of 12, 2 of them they are working specifically in Delhi and Delhi NCR region. That's it. Okay, remember, no act of parliament stated it. So here we go. Next, monsoon session of parliament likely to held from July 2025. Okay, July 21, 2025. What? The monsoon session of parliament. So remember guys, the thing that is to be marked, that is, the concern of many of the students. So please note it very carefully. India do not have a fixed parliamentary calendar. A fixed parliamentary calendar. Right? As per the convention, the Indian Parliament has 3 sessions annually, with the budget session roughly between January end to April end. Then we have got the monsoon session roughly between July end to August end. Okay, as this year 21st July, and the final one we have got the winter session. Okay, roughly between, once again, November till December end basically. Okay, but it is not any constitutional thing that Constitution has mentioned this. No, Constitution has just mentioned this one thing. Make a box and then note down very carefully. Okay, as per under Article 85 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, the maximum gap between 2 sessions shall not exceed more than 6 months. Okay, the maximum gap between two sessions shall not exceed more than 6 months. Okay, this is the duty of the president to take care, right? Okay, so this is what has been mentioned in the constitution. Constitution doesn't mentions that, there will be a budget session, monsoon session, winter session, nothing. As per Article 85, Constitution has stated, maximum gap should not exceed how many months? 6 months. Okay, between two sessions. Okay, that's it. So here we go to the next news. West Asia crisis could delay IMEC, says MEA official. Okay. So what is West Asia crisis? As per, there is nothing big crisis, but just one statement that we need to figure out. It's this. Geopolitical issue aside, we have got the China's Belt and Road Initiative and Chinese presence in the West Asian politics could be a concern, right? But here with this whole topic, we are not going to discuss the whole thing, okay, not much concrete thing to be discussed, but yes, we have got one name here, IMEC, okay. What is that? So IMEC, first of all, it's a multi-modal transport corridor connection, connecting India to Europe via Middle East, okay, having what? The shipping, rail as well as road networks. It was announced during the 2023 G20 summit in New Delhi as a strategic counter to China's Belt and Road Initiative. Okay, so China is making the Silk Route 2.0, that is known as now Belt and Road Initiative, and has also made the string of pearls there. And to counter the China, okay, we have made what? India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. That is in short IMEC. So two main corridors we have got as per the IMEC, the Eastern Corridor and the Northern Corridor. The Eastern Corridor, it is from India crossing through the Arabian Gulf, that is through sea. And then Northern Corridor, that is Europe via rail and road through UAE, Saudi, Jordan and Israel. So Eastern Corridor is through sea, while the Northern Corridor is through road as well as rail. Okay, that's it. Now, multimodal connectivity, obviously. So we have got the Mundra port in India, Fujairah in UAE, Haifa in Israel and Piraeus in Greece. And then we have got the rail and road linking as well. So linking the Gulf states to the Mediterranean ports. So this is what, in short, once again, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, IMEC, right? Established when? 2023 in India, New Delhi, G20 summit. Okay, and here we have got the concern. This is known as China's string of pearls, how it is circling India. Okay, so as you can see, China has got a port in Bangladesh, Chittagong, has got a port in the southern Sri Lanka, Hambantota, has got a port in Maldives that is known as Mareo, has got a port in Djibouti, in the city of Djibouti as well, has got a port in Napak country that is known as Pakistan, unfortunately. See the irony, country is Napak, name is Pak. Jane do. Let it be. Right, okay. This is the biggest irony, na? Country is Napak, total, name is Pakistan. Sarcasm at its best. This is, someone asks you, tell me the great joke, just tell me. Just tell them the great joke. Okay, simply, someone is asking, tell me a great joke. Give them the joke. There is a country named as Pakistan. What is it doing? All Napak activities. Okay, chalo. Right. So, this is what the string of pearls. So, as you can see, the Indian peninsula, what we have here, it's all covered by this pearls here. Pearls, basically, it is referring to the ports, right? So, if we go towards, more east, we have got the 9-dash line, that is the South China Sea. So, from the Spratly Islands to Vietnam, okay, to other areas, okay, there, China has got its bases there, has also created some artificial islands, okay. So, Taiwan to Spratly, everywhere. So, then we have got, okay, the Bay of Bengal region. So, Bangladesh, Chittagong, then coming back the absolute south, okay, Sri Lanka, Hambantota, moving towards the Arabian Sea, Pakistan, Gwadar, and yes, also has this China inducted itself in Iran, Chabahar port, okay, and then Maldives, and then Djibouti, right? So Chinese ports are everywhere. This is a concern. So, extremely hard to make a deal with Xi, says Trump, as the steel tariffs double. After the ongoing trade war, US President thinks that he will console and pursue China. Not possible, right? So guys, this is the news today. But we are not going to discuss it today, okay, as nothing concrete here, but yes, today there shall be some, upgrades or some, updates we shall be having in this particular news, that what will be happening between the steel deal between America and China, and then we shall be discussing it tomorrow, okay. And then here we go. What you can expect, when your body is low with energy, and your intellect level is gone, okay, you do such things. See, another idiot in the picture, okay, so-called Bangladeshi leaders, okay, what they have done, they have dropped the title of Father of Nation, okay, that is Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is no more Father of Nation as per the Bengali language there in Bangladesh. They used to term Jatir Pita, okay. So it was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the leader of Mukti Bahini organization, which fought for the independence of Bangladeshi people. And now, this people, what to say, shameless, ruthless people, idiot, simply, once again, has dropped the title. Why did he fought for? Why did Sheikh Mujibur Rahman fought for? For their independence. They are, living in the clean blue sky today, calling themselves independent, sovereign, free, because of this particular person, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, whose name has been now cut off with the title of the Father of Nation. What else you can expect? Operation Searchlight, once again, 1971, March 1971. Pakistani army launched this Operation Searchlight and killed, as per the United Nations data, around 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs people, they were killed or went missing. Roughly 1 million also, you can say. Roughly 1 million, 10 lakhs of the population, right, either got killed, got missing, got displaced from their houses. 4 lakh rape cases, 4 lakh women were raped by so-called Pakistani army, to save these people. Those women got raped, those men got killed, the families got displaced. Okay, and then came the hero to the Bangladeshi independence from the Mukti Bahini, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and then was termed as Father of Nation. Just like in India, we have got Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi ji, right? Father of Nation. This is what happens when you are inspired or motivated by your, the hostile intentions, the evil. When, evil takes charge of your brain, you do this, right? They have forgot Operation Searchlight, totally. They forgot 1971, they forgot Mukti Bahini, just the very same way you think Indian people forgetting Gandhi, forgetting Nehru, forgetting Bose, forgetting HSRA, forgetting, Kartar Singh Sarabha, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Rajguru, Chandrasekhar Azad, okay, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, Swami Vivekanand, Rajaram Mohan Roy, right? People forgetting M.N. Roy, people forgetting these people, right? How is it possible? Is it possible? No. If the people are forgetting, that means those people are not Indians. This is the Bangladeshi people, right? They don't even have respect for their Father of Nation. And how are we expecting, relationship with these idiots? Are we expecting? Impossible. They can go to hell, simply. We don't need them, right? So, here we go to the final news, final headline for the day. US nuclear deal is against Iran's national interest, says Iranian Prime Minister Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. So Iranians or Iran's supreme leader actually, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said on Wednesday, US proposal for a nuclear agreement was against the national interest. Iran signed this deal in the year 2015. And Mr. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is waking up in 2025, a decade later. Huh? Now, Iran has realized that the US-Iran nuclear deal is against Iran's sovereignty. Chalo, better late than never. Der aaye durust aaye. So what is Iran nuclear deal? Popularly termed as JCPOA, Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. Okay. So signed in the year 2015, landmark agreement between P5+1 and Iran. What is P5? The permanent 5 members of the United Nations Security Council, that is America, Russia, China, France and England, plus 1, that is Germany. Okay, so P5+1, US, UK, France, Russia and China. So plus 1, it is Germany, sorry, it is UK. Right, so P5+1, that is Germany and Iran. What is the deal for? To limit Iran's nuclear program in exchange of sanctions relief. Okay. So, as per the deal, these were the features. Nuclear restrictions on Iran as per the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action of 2015 between P5+1 and Iran. Okay. So, Iran's uranium enrichment was capped at 3.67%. Okay, which is far below the weapons grade. Then their stocks was reduced to between 1,000 to 300 kgs. Okay, from 10,000 to 300 kgs. Centrifuges, only 5,060 first-gen centrifuges were allowed. Then, no plutonium production. So, Arak heavy water reactor modified to prevent weapons-grade plutonium. It was stated, you are not going to make the plutonium. And finally, strict IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency monitoring 24/7 access to the nuclear facility. Simply total restrictions on the nuclear deal. Iran said in 2025, sorry, I'm not going to have it. Right? So, let's now move to the final thing here. So, UPSC, IS, English, GS Foundation, P2I, that is Prelims to Mains Interview, Pratigya batch, evening batch, that is from 6 to 9 p.m. of the classes, going to commence from the date 10th of June 2025. Right? So, as we discussed in the beginning of the session, what is the subscription fee you need to pay? Only rupees 30,999 only. Well, only, is it justified to take the word only, because 31,000 is also a handsome amount, no doubt in that. So, but yes, what do we get? So, if I take the subscription, I will get the live classes, access to recorded lectures, classes by the greatest teachers of the UPSC CSE in India. Greatest is the correct word here, right? Then apart from that, you will get the printed material, books delivered to you at your doorstep. Secondly, you'll get the class notes, the class PDFs, which are used by the teachers themselves to teach you. Apart from that, you will have your own mentors available to you to provide any particular suggestion and advice related to your academics, obviously. Then, will it be also inducting the test series? Yes, it will be having the prelims test series, the mains test series, as well as the interview guidance program. So, as already been stated earlier, that just buying the test series for prelims, mains, test series and interview guidance program, roughly it costs students 60 to 70,000, between 50 to 70,000 you can say. Okay, just for the test series, prelims test series, mains test series and the interview guidance, the mock interviews. Classes, okay, different, books different. So roughly, you have to invest some 2 lakh rupees for your overall book, material, notes, classes, test series, okay, and that too not in the great quality. But you are getting the refined level of quality, okay, through the StudyIQ. You know it very well. Prelims, mains and interview, one name, StudyIQ, right? Okay, what is the price? So now, only rupees 30,999. If you use the promo code PRV Live. Just remember, bolds and capitals, PRV Live, use this promo code while availing the subscription, and the amount shall be reduced to 30,999 rupees only. So guys, remember, batches commencing from 10th of June, right? So please make the judgment as soon as possible. If you have enrolled, fantastic. If not, then please enroll at the earliest possible time, and see you all 6 p.m. onwards, okay, on 10th June onwards, basically, right? So guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button of the StudyIQ IELTS English channel, okay, and never miss an update from the channel. And in case you want the class PDFs and the class links related to my sessions and everything, so you can join the Telegram channel, that is study_with_Praveen. So this is the Telegram channel, and for any such doubts you want me to address, okay, you want to get in touch with me, so you can connect with me on my Instagram account as well, that is Praveen Mishra _2107. Right, so here you can connect with me. What is that? Praveen Mishra _2107. Okay, right. Okay, yes, Rishi and everyone, thank you so much. Thank you. Chalo, thank you guys, thank you so much, and really I am obliged with the words of praise from you guys. Okay, thank you so much guys, and please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Okay, see you soon in the very next session. Bye bye, good day, take care, study well, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.